It's May 23rd and it's about 8:15 in the morning, 52 degrees. We've had a cooling effect in the last few days, but I wanted to show my elephant ears. It's got more little guys, and this emerged and unfolded in about 5 days from the last video I did. So it's pretty impressive. I'll show the so pretty. I planted some silver wave petunias there, and then there's one on the back side of this right there, and then this is phlox, but it won't last much longer. Show the probably not going to talk much this morning. Just don't have much to say. I'm going to pull that red tip photinia. We had a huge red tip photinia tree out front here, and that's what's left of it. It got diseased, and I'm going to pull that. And then I have this little raised bed that I'm going to put out here, and this gets the morning sun, but not the afternoon, so I think and it's really protected from wind. So kind of want to use that space. Last Wednesday, we had a leak from our sprinkler, broken sprinkler up here. So I had to cut down this area, and then I had to dig out all of this that was in here. I don't think there's any. I think all the water is just from this new sprinkler in there now. But I had to dig quite a bit until I found out where it was broken. And then we decided, since we're at it, let's clean this up. So that's what we've done. We've got the firethorn trellised a little bit better. There's some water right there. And then I emptied these pots, put new dirt in this one. I planted the mum that was over in this pot. Some of it in here, the rest I propagated. I have to put this dirt that's in the bucket and this back in to the area. You can see my oleanders up there. They're looking pretty good. We had lots of wind, destructive wind. Oh, let me show my baby. I'm gonna plant these petunias, and then there's that cypress vine. Got some zinnias, and I got a zucchini back there. Oops. My little hummingbird. My lilies. Excuse me. I took some tithonias where these sticks are, and I transplanted them from the bed over where by the block wall. So I got 3 of them out of the 5 that I transplanted. 3 look like they're not ones that appreciate being transplanted. That's part of the problem. But I'm surprised they did bounce back, but I think it's because I let them get bigger. The smaller they were, the less likely they were to transplant. This lantana has a little bit of flowers on it. I don't think this tamarillo tree is going to come back. My pumpkin at the end there with some spaghetti squash. And then there's a patty pan squash there, scallop squash. I still don't know what this is, but I might be able to identify some fruit on it. I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be a cantaloupe. I took the shade cloth off of these beds because it's supposed to be really nice this week. I think we had a squash borer. It went from being really pretty to wilted to nothing, and I haven't looked for it yet, but I would say somewhere on here is probably a vine borer. I don't see squash bugs yet, but it went fast. It was beautiful just a day or so ago, and now it's totally destroyed. Here's a Tithonia that's getting big enough that I'm going to pull out of this bed, which is where I've gotten all the other ones, and I'll put it over in that other bed. There's a volunteer tomato. I still have the shade cloth up for these because they get hot. So they are liking this, so I haven't removed the shade cloth from it. There's a volunteer tomato. It looks like something's been eating on my peppers, but I would say it's more so that they got wind whipped, because I found evidence of the leaves laying everywhere. So it's been grueling as far as wind is concerned. There's a zucchini, and we staked this guy. There's more than one zucchini in there too. There's another one. We had to stake this guy though, and we already lost a leaf or a stem on here. So, and this bed is such a plague to me this year. Something's eating on these, I believe. This is not wind whipped. That eggplant's gone. And then this eggplant is being eaten. So, and then I've got this set up here. This is my CD tower. And I'm thinking gallon pots almost fit in here. And I think I'm going to paint this and then use it for gallon pots, because there's nothing right at the edge of the, and it really doesn't extend over into the walkway too bad. So I probably will use it as like a tiering effect. We hung these over here just because there was water here, and I don't have any on those hooks yet. Yeah, there is some tomatoes. And this is the Estiva. There's some back in here. So I'm looking forward to those. I had two, oh, here's some bigger ones. They get big for having bundles of them. They get a fairly good size. I trimmed some of the, see, they're grouped like that, so you wouldn't think they'd be that big or hardy, but I had to trim off quite a bit of wind damage, and that's what I had to do on these as well. They were destroyed in some sense by the, I think I've got one where I can show how much damage has occurred. This is all wind damage, that's not pests. I think it was over here, maybe not. Was it here? Got birds everywhere. Yeah, I thought there was a place that I saw that's wind damage too. And like I took some layers. Those are pretty. These are 4th of July, all three of these. And then There is a Roma down here that's a small one. Actually, it's not so small. It goes up here. This is a Roma. I need to cut those yellow leaves off. These had aphid infestation really bad. I just scattered some seed. I had some seed in the bottom of my seed storage cube, so I just sprinkled it in here. It had peppers and basil, so we'll see what happens. There's a Space Master cucumber, and then this guy's gotten whipped really bad, wind whipped. That whole leaf looks like it's been chewed on, but it was really the wind. It's got lots of squash on it, though. I love that. This is a Roma, and there is Roma tomatoes already. Somewhere in here, I thought. Oh, no. It was these purple Russian. I'm going to plant some okra in here with these strawberries, and I'm probably going to get rid of the strawberries. I don't get enough harvested to warrant the use of my bed this way, and they've taken a turn. They're older strawberries anyway that I just transplanted. Oh, this is what I have to show. I have an artichoke. So I'll be watching that to bloom. I probably won't eat it because it's my only one. It was a green globe artichoke. And the fact that there's only one of them, and it probably will remain small, I will watch it bloom. This looks like it's been eaten on, but it was really the wind on this as well. And then that zucchini did pop up. None of the other seeds that I planted have come up, but it got cooler too. And I know that a lot of seeds don't germinate depending on the temperature. So anyway, that's my garden diary. Today is Friday the 21st of May, and this is my first garden harvest. I have a cucumber. I've never had cucumbers this early. So I have two cucumbers. They were off the same plant. A Fresno, an heirloom Fresno chili. And today we actually replaced a sprinkler on the rosemary, so it needed to be repaired. So we got that done.